You look at the clock, 8 in the morning. You have a to-do list, a long list. You feel motivated. Today will be different, you tell yourself. You sit down, open your laptop, and face the first task, the most important one, the one that could change everything. 2 hours go by. The cursor blinks on the blank page. You've checked emails, organized your desktop, answered messages that didn't matter, watched a video about something you've already forgotten. The main task? Untouched. The guilt starts to set in. It's a familiar feeling, isn't it? That weight in your chest that whispers, you're lazy, undisciplined, that something is fundamentally wrong with you. What if I told you that the problem isn't you? What if I told you that your inability to focus isn't a character flaw, but rather a system error? You've been taught to manage the wrong resource. For your entire life, they told you to manage your time, buy more expensive planners, use productivity apps, divide your day into 15-minute blocks, but time is a constant, an empty, relentless container. Trying to fit more into it is like trying to put more water into a glass that's already full. You can't create more time, but you can create more energy. True productivity, the kind that seems to flow effortlessly, doesn't come from managing the clock. It comes from managing your mental energy. The error isn't in your work ethic, it's in your operating protocol. You're trying to run the most complex software in the universe, your brain, with the wrong instruction manual. Today, we're going to delete that manual. We're going to install a new protocol, a protocol based not on hours and minutes, but on the electrical pulses of your own brain. Stop fighting your biology. It's time to learn how to surf its waves. Stay with me, and I'll show you how. Industrial society gave us a great gift and a great curse, the clock. It taught us to think in straight lines. The 9-to-5 workday, lunch at noon, 1-hour meetings. We measure our worth by the number of hours we put in. But the human brain doesn't operate in straight lines. It operates in cycles. Think about sleep. You don't sleep in one solid 8-hour block. You fluctuate between light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep in cycles of approximately 90 minutes. Your body understands this. That's why waking up in the middle of a deep sleep cycle leaves you groggy and irritable, even if you've slept the right number of hours. Now, here's the secret no one told you. Your brain works the same way while you're awake. It's called the ultradian cycle. Ultra means beyond and danian means day. These are rhythms that occur multiple times throughout a single day. Just like in sleep, your waking brain operates in cycles of 90 to 120 minutes. Within each cycle, there is a peak of high performance and a valley of necessary recovery. During the peak, which lasts about 75 to 90 minutes, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, is fully online. You have maximum focus, creativity, the ability to solve complex problems. This is where deep work happens. But after this peak, your brain needs a break. It's a biological process, not a choice. Glucose levels drop, oxygen in the brain decreases, neurons need to clear metabolic waste. This is the valley, which lasts for 15 to 20 minutes. And what do most of us do when we hit this valley? We force ourselves to continue. We drink more coffee, we fight against the mental fog, we open another tab. We blame ourselves for feeling unfocused. In neuroscience terms, this is the equivalent of yelling at an overheated computer to process faster. Not only is it ineffective, but it also causes damage to the system. This constant struggle against your natural rhythms is the true root of procrastination, burnout, and that feeling of being busy but not productive. You're not procrastinating on the task. Your brain is procrastinating on exhaustion. It's a self-defense mechanism, a protective bug, not a character flaw. The problem is that we've been conditioned to see the valleys as weakness, but they are the most important part of the cycle. It's in the valley that recovery happens. It's in the valley that the energy for the next peak is generated. Ignoring the valley doesn't make you more productive. It just makes the next peak weaker until eventually you have no more peaks. you live on a constant plateau of mediocrity and exhaustion. Time, as you can see, is irrelevant. 1 hour is not equal to another hour. An hour at your energy peak is worth 5 hours in your valley. The protocol we're going to build doesn't ask, what am I going to do at 10 a.m.? It asks, where will my energy be at 10 a.m.? And that question changes absolutely everything. So how do we go from theory to practice? How do we stop being mere time managers and become true architects of our mental energy? The protocol is divided into 3 simple phases: map, synchronize, and recover. Step 1. Map your peaks and valleys. For 3 days, you will become a scientist of yourself. Don't change anything in your routine, just observe. Get a notebook or a simple text document. Every hour, write down your energy level, focus, and motivation on a scale of 1 to 10. Be brutally honest. 10 is, I could solve the world's energy crisis right now. 5 is, I can answer emails but only the easy ones. 1 is, looking at this screen is physically painful. Do this from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or during your main work period. At the end of the 3 days, you will have a map of your ultradian rhythms. You'll start to see a pattern. Maybe you have an incredible energy peak at 10 a.m., followed by a deep valley around noon. Maybe you have a surprising second peak at 3 p.m. This map is your blueprint. It is unique to you. Your genetics, your chronotype, your habits, all of this influences your map. Stop following someone else's generic productivity advice. Start reading your own instruction manual. Step 2. Synchronize your tasks. Now that you have the map, it's time to become the architect. Take your to-do list and divide it into 2 categories: high-impact tasks and low-impact tasks. High-impact tasks are those that require deep focus, creativity, strategic thinking, writing a report, programming complex code, having a difficult conversation, planning a project. Low-impact tasks are the administrative tasks: answering emails, organizing files, filling out spreadsheets, scheduling meetings. The principle is ridiculously simple, yet profound. Execute your high-impact tasks exclusively during your energy peaks. Protect these 90-minute blocks with your life. Turn off notifications, close the tabs, signal to others that you are unavailable. This is your sacred time. It's where you produce 80% of your results. And the low-impact tasks? They belong in your valleys. When you feel the mental fog rolling in, don't fight it, embrace it. Use this time to clear your inbox, organize your desk, make those calls that don't require much brainpower. This isn't procrastination, it's strategy. You're using the right energy for the right task. You turn a moment of frustration into a moment of calculated progress. Step 3. Active recovery. This is the step everyone ignores, and it's what separates the amateurs from the professionals of mental energy. What you do in the 15 to 20 minutes of your valley determines the height of your next peak. Staying at the computer, aimlessly browsing social media is not rest. It's just a different way of draining your cognitive resources. You need active recovery. This means completely disconnecting from the screen. Here are a few 15-minute active recovery options. Walk. Go outside. Look at the horizon. Sunlight and physical movement reset your nervous system. Hydrate and nourish. Drink a full glass of water. Eat a handful of nuts. Your brain needs fuel. Practice doing nothing. Just sit in silence. Look out the window. Let your mind wander. This isn't a waste of time. It's your brain processing information in the background, consolidating memories, and making new connections. This is where true creativity emerges. Do an NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. There are guided protocols online, like Yoga Nidra, that can bring your brain to a restorative state in just 10 to 20 minutes. Think of it as a pit stop in Formula 1. The car comes in, changes tires, refuels, and gets back on the track faster than before. Your valleys are your pit stops. Using them correctly doesn't slow you down, it propels you forward. This isn't self-help philosophy, it's physiology. The concept of ultradian rhythms was extensively researched by scientists like Nathaniel Kleitman, the father of sleep research,
and his work was expanded upon by psychobiologists like Ernest Rossi. Rossi discovered that these 90-minute peak and valley cycles don't just apply to the brain, but to our entire system, from hormonal activity to heart rate. He called them the basic rest activity cycle. Performance studies show this repeatedly. World-class musicians don't practice for 8 hours straight. They practice in focused blocks of 60 to 90 minutes, followed by active recovery. Elite athletes train in high-intensity peaks, followed by active recovery. The best programmers in the world, as Anders Ericsson's research on deliberate practice found, work in intense bursts and then disconnect. They may not call it the ultradian cycle, but they have instinctively or deliberately discovered the secret. Success is not a linear, constant effort. It's a pulse, a rhythm. It's the intelligent
balance between all-out stress and total recovery. The hustle culture sold you a dangerous lie, that being always on is the path to success. Neuroscience proves the opposite. The path to sustainable elite performance is not brute force, it's rhythmic elegance. The protocol isn't a hack, it's an alignment with the way you were designed to operate. So, here we are, at the end of this video, but at the beginning of a new approach. The choice is yours. You can continue to fight the clock, living in a perpetual state of frustration and burnout. You can continue to believe that a lack of focus is a moral failing. Or you can accept the truth that you are a biological rhythmic being, that your energy, not your time, is your most precious asset, that within you exists a pulse, a wave, and that learning to surf that wave is the key to unlocking your deepest potential. The productivity you seek isn't in another app or a new time management technique. It's in the silence between the peaks, in the permission you give yourself to rest, in the wisdom of knowing when to push, and more importantly, when to stop. The challenge: I don't want this to be just another video you watch and forget. I want this to be day one of your new way of operating. So here's the challenge. Tomorrow, just for one day, take a notebook and map your energy. Every hour, give yourself a score from 1 to 10. Nothing more. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. Awareness is the first step to control. Do this, and at the end of the day, look at your map. For the first time, you won't be looking at a clock. You'll be looking in a mirror of your own vital energy. That's the beginning. That's the protocol.
If this message resonated with you, if you felt a click of recognition, then join us. Subscribe to this channel, because we are just scratching the surface of how we can use neuroscience to reclaim control of our minds. And in the comments below, I want to know, what was the biggest lie you were told about productivity? Let's expose the myths together. Thank you for your energy and attention. Now, close YouTube, disconnect, and get ready to listen to your own rhythm.